Hare Krishna, everyone. So today, yes, it is Thursday because tomorrow we have rehearsal. I mean, Yadavir, we have rehearsal tomorrow for the practice, like for Janmashtami. So instead of tomorrow, just for this week is today, on Thursday instead of Friday. So I feel like less people are going to join today, less kids are going to join. So we'll just get started. Whoever is here, and then everyone else can listen to the recording. Okay, so let's start chanting and everyone can unmute and we can all recite together. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. So this is, as we say every week, this is our dedication, this is our prayer to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada has spread the movement all around the world, in Australia and America and Europe and Africa and other places. So India was already there, Krishna consciousness, and then Srila Prabhupada took it to the Western countries. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So this is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mantra, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna. So he's basically Krishna. He just appeared 500 years ago in a different body, you can say. So like that he appeared. So this blue, the one in the blue here, this is basically Balram, Nityananda. He's Balram, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. So now we'll start Hare Krishna mantra. Everyone can unmute and we can recite together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare
Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama.
Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Alright, then we chant this mantra again after finishing. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri
Shri
Advaita
Advaita
Gadadhara
Gadadhara
Srivasadi
Shivasari Gaur
Gaura
Bhaktavinda.
Govinda. Okay, so we will start doing Krishna book. Everyone else can just listen to the recording. We won't go into too much today because not many are here. Okay, so we left off over here. So last week, because it was Vyas Puja, we talked about Srila Prabhupada using that PowerPoint and all of that. And then before that week we did this one, I don't know, maybe you might remember. We did about Sankachuda. He tried to steal the gopis away, and then Krishna fought him because he was very he was very proud of his jewel. He had this jewel on top of his head, and and this was a very expensive jewel, so he really liked it. And so he thought that, why is Krishna and Balaram only getting this beautiful girls? Why not me? So yeah, that's what basically that was his intention. He didn't see the gopis as pure devotees of Krishna. He saw them as some ordinary, very beautiful women. And then he died. So that's what happens when you abuse Krishna's devotee. When you say something like Krishna's devotee, or yeah, that's not going to end up very well for you. So today we'll read about a few more demons. So Yadavir, you can start by reading this paragraph here. Yadavir?
I'm mute. Once everyone in Krishna's Kahod village became terrified when, what is that thing?
Arishtasura.
Aristasura approached. But the Lord was specified them.
Yeah. So Krishna used to live in Vrindavan, right? So Arishtasura, he came to Vrindavan in this picture. Arishtasura is demon. So this demon here looks a bit like a bull. I'll just see exactly what it was because I forgot. Hold on. It was basically a bull type demon. So give you the exact word. Yeah, a bull, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it was a bull. I thought it was something more like different, like maybe like a weird ass or something, donkey bull type demon. But it was a bull, that's what it says in Krishna book. So so this bull was so big, it like when it moved into Vrindavan, when it charged into Vrindavan, it like all the inhabitants of Vrindavan were very scared. They were very scared. They're very frightened. So you can see all the gopis there. They're like scared and they're like hiding behind trees and stuff. And there was a massive earthquake because when he walked, it was like, you know, it was like an earthquake was there, and he was really, really big. I mean, he kind of looks not too big in this picture, but he was massive. He was huge. So all these Vrindavan inhabitants, they got very scared, and they started begging to Krishna, like, you know, devotees, they call out for Krishna. Whenever they're in problem, whenever they're in difficulty, they say, they call out for Krishna's help. So that's what Krishna was doing. So I mean, that's what the gopis did, and the other inhabitants. So it wasn't only the gopis who were scared, it was everyone in Vrindavan. It just shows the gopis here. So then Krishna said, don't be afraid, I'll kill this demon. So then he walked up right to Aristasura, and he confronted Aristasura. He said that you're the lowest of mankind, lowest of living entities. He wasn't a mankind, you know, he was a bull. So he said, lowest of living entities. I'll read exactly what he said actually. Ye lowest of living entities, why are ye frightening the inhabitants of Gokula? What will you gain by this action? If you have come to challenge my authority, then I am prepared to fight you. So this is what Krishna said to it. So he said basically that, why are you scaring my friends? Why are you scaring my everyone in Vrindavan? If you've come to like try to kill me, then come to me. Don't scare them. So that was what Krishna he was trying to do. So Aristasura went up and he tried to like kill Krishna, and we'll see how he tried to kill Krishna. Arva, you can read this paragraph here. Yes, just unmute. Arva, just click on the unmute button. Okay, never mind. Okay, Virat, you can read the next paragraph.
Then Krishna grabbed Aristasura's horns and threw him to the ground and thrashed him like a pile of wet clothing. The demon vomited blood and gave up his life.
So, yeah, it was very violent attack. You can see here, Krishna just literally bashed him. So actually what happened was that he charged the demon. Aristasura he ran at Krishna once, and then Krishna caught his two horns and like threw him back. So like this had already like taken half his damage. Like, you know, playing a video game or something, there's like damage. So like someone has 1000 health and then like you damaged 500. So this kind of damaged 500 of his health. So then he still had a little bit of health, and he did the same thing. He ran up at Krishna again and tried to kill him with his horns. But this time, Krishna, you can see here, he broke his horns. One horn is here and one horn is here. So Aristasura doesn't have any horns left. In this picture he had 2 horns up here. So he broke his horns and like trashed them onto the ground, and this demon was so much in pain. He was like rolling on the ground and vomiting blood, as it says, and he was also like passing stool and urine. So that's if you don't know what that means, it's basically he was peeing and pooping at the same time. So it was very painful death for Aristasura, because he, as I said, whoever tries to whoever does something bad to Krishna's devotees, all these gopis, all the inhabitants of Vrindavan, they're very scared of Aristasura. So he did something very bad to them, and Krishna immediately killed him. So now we read about another demon. Lila, you can read about this. It's just when up here, WH when.
In Keshi, demon tried to strike Krishna with his front legs. Krishna seized them and whirled the demons around. Krishna then thrust his left arm into the horse demon's mouth and expanded his arms, choking the demon.
Yeah, so Keshi demon, he was we'll read about what, actually I'll tell you what happened next class, because there's something that with what we're going to read about next class is going to relate a bit more to this. But basically, Kamsa, he heard from Narad Muni. So Narad Muni told him now, after Aristasura died, that's when Narad Muni came to Kamsa. And Narad Muni had come previously, by the way. If you remember my very early classes, like first few classes, we had discussed that Narad Muni came to Kamsa and he said that Krishna has taken birth somewhere else, and he is not in Vasudeva. He's not with Vasudeva and Devaki anymore. So bad luck now. You got someone else now. So he's still alive. That's basically what he was saying. But he didn't say where Krishna was. Narad Muni didn't say that Krishna was in Gokul or Krishna was in Vrindavan. He said that Krishna was somewhere else. So this time he comes to Kamsa and he says that Krishna is in Vrindavan. So literally saying that he is at this place. And then Kamsa is furious that Vasudeva could do such a thing, because Vasudeva transferred Krishna to Vrindavan. So immediately he wanted to kill Vasudeva. He took his sword and he just went to Vasudeva, but Narad Muni pacified him. He said that, what's the point of killing Vasudeva? He's not going to kill you. Krishna's going to kill you. Try to kill Krishna. So then, anyways, he did try to kill Krishna, and that's what this Keshi demon is. He sent the Keshi demon, who is one of his friends, to try to kill Krishna. So he didn't kill Vasudeva, but then he put them again back in the cage, like back in the prison. After he learned that Devaki, that Krishna was somewhere else, he released them from the prison, and now he put them back inside the prison. And this is a demon's quality, like demons, they're very rude. They always do this type of thing. It's not very awkward for them to do it. So this Keshi demon is this horse here, massive horse. So he came and he how Dhenukasura died of Dhenukasura, donkey demon. So if you remember the donkey, he was in the forest, he was eating all the fruits, and Krishna wanted some fruits, and he tried to do something with Krishna, he went to Balram, and Balram killed him by throwing him up into a tree. So similarly, that's what he did to Keshi. He threw him up into a tree, whirled the demon around, threw him up, and then basically he was almost dead again. But he came back at him, the horse demon charged back at Krishna, and then here, this is what happened. Krishna like put his hand inside Keshi's mouth and punched him inside his mouth. So literally put his hand inside his mouth, and because of that, he got choked. You know, when someone like, if there's something blocking your like throat, which was Krishna's hand, you're not going to be able to breathe. So he got choked like that. And that's how he died. So you may ask, like, why didn't Keshi just decide to bite his hand? Because look, he has teeth and he just bites Krishna's hand just like that. But actually, when he put his hand, when Krishna put his like punched him, he also broke the teeth. So it was another very painful death for the demon. So he couldn't bite him either, because even if Keshi did bite him, he didn't have any teeth, because Krishna like broke his teeth. So in extreme agony, Keshi gave up his life. So agony basically means pain. Okay, so let me just see what time is today. Hold up. Okay, 6:27. So the next part is what I was telling about earlier. I'll just say basically after the Keshi demon, this is going to lead on to our next class. So after the Keshi demon, like he sent the Keshi demon and he told someone named Akrura. Akrura was actually a devotee of Krishna, and he told this Akrura person, like this devotee, that you go to Vrindavan and you get Krishna and Balaram and you tell them to come here for a wrestling match to Mathura. So Akrura, he knew that Kamsa wants to kill these two boys, and Akrura was a very great devotee of Krishna. We'll read that about Akrura next week. Your parents, I think, have already, like, if your parents have been attending the older classes, then you know they've already learnt about it. So Akrura was a very nice devotee. That's what we're going to learn about tomorrow. But Akrura was sent by Kamsa to try and like get Krishna to come there. So we're learning about that next week, and please come next week, because that's gonna be like almost the end now of like after Kamsa dies. That's all we're going to be doing. I'll also say this next week because we didn't have like the time to cover the whole book, and it's a bit of a long syllabus for all of you to like understand and memorize. So your quiz will only be up to the death of Kamsa, and then that's it. Maybe a little bit more we might add, like there's a little bit more after that. So after Kamsa dies, basically that's all your syllabus is going to be for the quiz. Okay? Any questions about the quiz or about what I was talking about, these demons? Anything? Oh, we still have a little bit of time. We have until 6:35, so I can say one more story if you want. Okay, no questions? Alright, I'll just say one more story. It's not mentioned here. So, I don't know if you, I think there was a Little Krishna episode on this. So if you guys have been watching Little Krishna, you may know. So after this Keshi demon came, there was another demon named Vyomasura. And Vyomasura, he could fly in the sky. Okay, so he had wings and he could fly in the sky. And this demon, this demon's like, his picture is not given in this book. He's not mentioned in this book. But in Krishna book, he's mentioned. So I'll just say it quickly. So what happened was that Vyomasura, the cowherd boys, Krishna and his friends were all playing cops and robbers. So like basically some people will be police and some people will be thieves. And there were also some boys who were acting as lambs. So like the police chase the thieves and stuff like that, and there's a few like different like sheep everywhere to like create havoc and stuff. Like I don't really know, but like we used to play that when we were younger as well. I remember in reception, me and my friends used to play like police and robbers. I don't know if you guys played that. So Krishna and Balram and all the other boys, they were playing the same way. So Vyomasura came and he pretended to be a thief. He pretended to be a cowherd boy acting the role of a thief. So this cowherd boy, he decided that yes, I'll stop the screen share. So this cowherd boy decided that, okay, I want to kill these other cowherd boys who are acting as lambs, because he was a demon. He was Vyomasura, the flying. He could fly in the sky. He was that demon. So hold up. Yes. So he was that demon who could fly in the sky. So he wanted to kill the lambs and the cowherd boys acting as lambs. So he took the cowherd boys who were acting as lambs. They were not real sheep, they were boys, okay? So he took these boys to a cave and he put them in the cave and he covered the cave with a few rocks. And then Krishna came to find out. And then Krishna, you know, he rescued the boys and then he basically killed the demon as well. So I'll just make sure that my facts are correct because I don't want to say anything wrong. Yeah, so he did take it to a mountain, not a cave, sorry. So he took the cowherd boys to a mountain by, so he took them to the mountain, and then in the mountain he decided that I'm going to trap them in this cave of a mountain. So he took them there, and then Krishna understood. So he went there and he caught the demon like exactly like a lion catches a hold of a lamb. That's what it says here. So just like a demon, like a lion, like it pounces on a lamb to like kill it and eat it. So just like that, Krishna also did the same thing with Vyomasura. So this demon obviously is trying to escape, but Krishna is so powerful, he did not allow him to escape. So he was immediately thrown to the ground with great force and killed. So immediately Krishna just threw him into the ground and killed him. So, and then it actually says a very nice thing. Prabhupada says, just as an animal is killed in the slaughterhouse. So if you don't know, this is a bit difficult topic for maybe children to hear, but in the, you know, how they produce meat, they produce it by this way. They throw the animal onto the ground and then it dies and then meat. So there's also different ways that they do it nowadays, but basically that's one of the ways. They beat the animal and they do all kinds of things. So Krishna did the same thing to Vyomasura. So, you know, that's very painful procedure if you're thrown to the ground and things. So that's why we should not eat meat. That's one thing I just saw Prabhupada say. I didn't see that before when I was reading. So that's a very nice analogy. Okay, so any questions of that story or anything else? No? Okay, next week we will start the Akura part when Krishna goes to Mathura and all that, and Kamsa's death and the last part of our Krishna book series. Okay, Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you for listening, and we will start with Bhagavad Gita now.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. How are you? Very few people today, and only for this week we are having this class on Thursday. Next week onwards we are having on Friday only, so you'll not have any trouble. We'll start with Bhagavad Gita. I'll share the screen, and first of all I would like to welcome Arvan. Nice, Haribol. Nice to see you, Arvan. You like Krishna explanation, Krishna book, Arva? Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, you liked it? Now you speak. You liked listening to Krishna? You liked the Krishna book, Arva? Okay, good. All right, we can start with Bhagavad Gita. So, we have been learning, Arva. I would just like to give you a very brief layout. Like we have been learning most important shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita is basically spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. Okay. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So when Arjuna was in dilemma, he was thinking, there are my friends, family members, relatives, and my teachers, all are there on the same war, like a warfare, right? And then how I will kill them? Arjuna was a administrator. He was a Kshatriya, so he had to fight. But then he was in such a dilemma that he asked Krishna that if I have to kill the people who are my dear and near ones, how I will do that? So Krishna is telling to him that you are just doing work because I am telling you, right? You are not doing work on your own responsibility. When Krishna says to you something, you have to execute. Okay, so that's why. So then Arjuna at the end of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna convinces and he says, okay, now I will do whatever you say, Krishna. So this is, in short, the whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, okay, that because you are not this body, you are the soul, and whatever the relationships we have is just temporary, and the soul is eternal. So that's why you should not think about who is your guru, or who is your brother, or who is your grandparent. But when it is performing of your duty, you should perform your duty, because you are asked to perform your duty, right? If there is your mom, and if she says that tomorrow onwards I will not cook the food, is that okay? That's not okay, right? Because she has to, right? So so that's our duty. So Kshatriya has the duty of fighting. Then whoever is in front of him, he shouldn't be bothered about it, right? So that's what Krishna is saying in throughout Bhagavad Gita. There are 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. There are 700 shlokas. And Krishna is repeatedly asking him to fight without, because Krishna has asked him, right? Because when Krishna says you have to do your duty. So in this verse, like first verse, we learned. Someone would like to explain, or shall I do that? Raise your hand. Okay. Is everyone there at all? Or because I can't see videos on. So
Yes,
yes,
Mataji.
Yaduvir, would you like to explain?
Yes, this picture explains that when the body turns older and older, it changes form, and everything changes, the voice, looks, and also their memory.
Yes. Yes. But what remains the constant?
That soul never dies.
Yes.
That soul never dies, but the body remains the same.
Yes. So that's why we should not feel very sad, or we should not grieve when a person dies. So we should have grief, but we should recover also, right? Because it is a cycle. a person grows and he goes into the old age, and the death is inevitable. As it is said, as sure as death. So everybody has to die one day. We have to die one day. Our parents would have to die one day. So all of us are moving towards death only. So so that's why when a person dies, we should think, okay, yeah, he must have taken birth in another body. So the soul, so that person to whom we have relation, that's not that body, that's the soul. So that soul has gone to another body. So because soul is eternal, so that's why we should not feel sad about the person who has left his body. Just like we wear our clothes every day, right? So and we are never bothered about the soiled clothes, right? Which we have removed, and we have put on the new clothes. So in the same way, we should not lament about the person who has left this body and entered into another body. Right? So, and then we learned about the seasons, right? So we should take this life as summer and winter season, right? Sometimes there is a summer season, and sometimes there is spring season. Sometimes there is like rainy season, and then sometimes there is winter also. So after summer, winter comes. After winter, summer comes, right? So in the same way, it is correlated with what? Sometimes we are happy and sometimes we are sad, right? And after sadness, happiness comes. After happiness, sadness is going to come. Okay. Nobody remains happy forever. Nobody remains sad forever. Okay. Yes, Virat, you want to say?
So technically, this picture means like not you can't stay happy forever and you can't stay sad forever.
Yes, 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 yes. Just like death is inevitable, so in the same way, our change of emotion is also inevitable. If you want to remain happy forever, what you should do? Now there is a question for you all. What you should do? In one case you can remain happy forever, always happy. Yes, Yaduvir.
Serve Krishna.
Yes, serve Krishna. So that's not called happiness, that's called bliss. Okay, so actually that is bliss. So that blissful moment when our soul gets happiness, that is called bliss. When we are happy within, not outside. So that is called bliss. So that is never ending. Okay. Have you people eaten gulab jamun, rasgullas? Who likes the gulab jamuns the most? Leo. How many can you eat at a stretch?
I think over 20 a day.
Oh, wow.
20 or 50. 20 or 50.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. And after 50? If I give you 51, 52, 53, then
I think
you will
53.
say that's too much, isn't it?
No,
That's too much. No? You can eat hundreds?
no, not 100.
So that is a limitation of material happiness. Okay, so after certain time we'll feel, oh, now it's too much. I'm up to here, I'm filled, I can't eat anymore. If somebody feeds you one more, then you will just vomit everything out, right? So that's the material happiness. But when we serve Krishna, who has worked at temple serving Krishna? Who has done service at temple? At ISKCON temple or at any temple? Yes, Leo. Do you feel good? You want to work more or you want to just leave it? Okay, now today I have done lots of work. Let me just go to home. Do you feel like that?
No.
No, you love it, right?
Little bit.
So yeah, so that's the effect of serving Krishna. So in that case, we can remain happy always. Although after going at home, we remember, oh, I had to do my homework, I had my assignment, but then we can do it quickly, right? So that's not a big trouble. But if we eat rasgulla or gulab jamun, after a certain point, we'll say, oh, that's too much now. I can't eat anymore. That's enough. But for serving Krishna, we feel very happy. We can work from morning to evening. Right? So in that case only we can feel always we can remain happy or blissful. Okay. In all other cases, we can go up, go down, feel up, feel down. Like that it goes. Okay. So yes, this one. Anyone like to tell some new people? Krishna, are you there? Krishna? Krishna? Okay. Virat, can you tell me this? You were
What?
there in this class?
Yeah, I joined. I just joined.
Oh, you know this? You know about this picture? Little bit.
Picture.
You think so? So in
What?
this picture, who is that?
Well, that's a man with. Wait, that's a person. Wait.
Yes. That's the soul. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the song.
Yeah. So, and the soul enters into
The
a womb. Yes. A baby. Right?
if a soul change soul changes body day after day. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. You remember the shloka. Actually, that is the first shloka, but you remember that translation very well, nicely.
The soul changes body day after day. Yeah, I remember. I know that. Okay.
Yes, you remember that. Yes. But this like that what you said, no? That is this one.
Yeah.
This one, right? That is this one. See?
As we embodied, so continually passes in this body. Yeah. But
Yes. So, but you remember it really well. I would just appreciate you. So here it is saying that for the soul there is neither death nor birth at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. It's too much of philosophy, but it says the soul, you can see the soul here, right? It is in the shape of a man, right? Or a human. So it takes a human body. If it is in the shape of a dog, then it will take a dog body, right? Isn't it? So our soul, when we are working today, right? So our soul slowly is taking some shape. And when we take a next birth, next life, our soul has already taken a shape. So it will take the body in the way it has taken shape. If I am acting like a cockatoo, I always like to sing, then I'll take a shape of a cockatoo in the next birth, right? So but what it says that the soul has no beginning and no end. So here it is showing that baby has grown into this old person. But now, is that the end? No, it is going still forward. It will again take birth in some other shape, maybe into another animal or human, and it will continue again, right? So soul is eternal. Eternal means there is no beginning, no end. It is ever existing, always existing. This body, this will die. This person will die. But this soul, this is soul inside us, right? In our heart, there is, all of us has soul. Even an ant has soul. Okay? Even a COVID virus that has also soul. Yes, Arva, you are a bit confused?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's a bit difficult philosophy to understand. So, do you understand soul, Arva? You know what is soul?
Yes.
Yes. So, we all have soul. Animal has a soul. Dog has a soul. Right? A cow has a soul. A pig also has a soul. Right? Everyone. An ant has also soul. How you understand there is a soul in a body, and how you identify that a body has died if it is moving, right? You know? Yeah. So consciousness, that is consciousness, right? Some people say, oh, he has become unconscious. Means he is almost on the, like, he has collapsed or something has happened. He has to get admitted to hospital, right? Because he's unconscious. He's not, his hands and legs have stopped working somehow. So people try to wake him up somehow. They admit into hospital, and then the doctors work on him. He's again conscious. So what is consciousness? You and me, we can talk, right? That is called consciousness. But when something happens to us, if I collapse and I'm motionless, right? That is called unconscious. So still my soul is there. But if I continuously remain unconscious, if I don't move, then I'm called being died, right? I'm dead. I'm dead. So that's how the body, body is died, right? But the soul inside us, it flies away from the body, isn't it? It goes into another body. Do you know that? You might have seen some of the old people in our family, or they are died, and then our parents tell us that, see, that person has taken another birth in another body, so you don't need to worry, isn't it? You know, Arva? So that person takes another birth, isn't it? In another body. So that is the soul. Who takes another birth is the soul. Okay. The body, when it dies, the soul remains continuously. It changes body from body to another body to another body. As like we have 8.4 million species. So in which the soul can enter. It can be a bird species or animal species or insect species. You know species, Arva? Anna? You know species? Like we are human species, right? Then there is animal species. So there are 8.4 million species in which a soul can enter. Today we are humans. Tomorrow we can become insect also, or animal also. Tomorrow means after our death, right? So who is we then? Who are we? We are changing the body, right? Then who are we? Who are we, Arva? We are the soul, isn't it? Then we are the soul, because we keep changing body. If I say I am a girl, I am a lady, but after I die, I might become an ant. So that time I'll say I am an ant. But am I an ant really? No. So I am a soul, right? You understand now? So I'm a soul, and the soul is eternal. It keeps on changing the body, but it is eternal. Eternal means it has no beginning. Nobody knows when it came into picture, and nobody knows when it will vanish. It will never vanish. Because why? Why soul will never vanish? Body will vanish. Because it is part of Krishna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that you all are my part and parcel. Okay. So just like our parents are there, we are there, right? So because Krishna is there, we are also there. And Krishna is eternal. Krishna is never going to die. We are also never going to die. We'll change body, but we are never going to die. Right? You get it now? So one who understands this, he can stay stable in the challenging situations. That's why kids should learn all this. This is very mature thing, but then also you should try to understand this. We don't feel bad when somebody dies or something happens to someone. All right. So then we learned, I will read the translation, okay? So in the next verse, we learned work done as the sacrifice to Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, the work causes bondage in this material world. So whatever you do, you have to do it as a sacrifice to Vishnu. Means you have to, if you are studying, then when you come back home, you have to chant one round. And then you have to say, okay, Krishna, today I have studied and I have given all my memory to you. Like because of you, I have this good memory. All credits to you. So, Jai Ho, we say that like that, no? Jai Ho, Krishna. So it's like that, Jai Ho, Krishna, always. When somebody appreciates, you have to say Hari Bol, right? Because of Krishna, it is happening, right? So that is called whatever you are, whatever achievement you are getting, you are giving it to Krishna. So that's how we can remain happy. So it doesn't bind us, okay? So here you can see these people are working, right? These people are working for what? You can see in the speech bubble. What is that? Dollar. They are thinking of dollar. Are they thinking of Krishna? No, they are not thinking of Krishna. They are thinking of dollars. That's why they are crying all the time. If you think of Krishna like this person, although he's a poor farmer, he's just doing his work, but he's thinking of Vishnu, Krishna. So you can see the big smile on his face, isn't it? So he's very happy because he's working for Krishna. And his Baal are also happy. His oxen are also very happy. They are doing their work. So if you use whatever you have got, if you have got a car, if you use it for Krishna service, how you can use the car for Krishna service? Can you tell me? In Krishna service. Yaduvir?
Yes,
How
Mataji.
can you use your car for Krishna service?
By driving to work
Yes.
and thinking of Krishna.
Yes, by driving to temple. By driving it to temple. If you take your car to temple once a week or once a month, then it becomes Krishna conscious. Then you see your car hardly it cheats you. Like I drive my car, my car, touch wood, it never gets it never cheats me. Like my car is always very nicely working because I drive to Krishna temple. So use all whatever you have for Krishna. Okay, then that will work also very nicely. They're just like these oxens. He is thinking of Krishna and they are also working nicely. Okay. Then this lady, he's Krishna, he's worshipping Radha Krishna. So she's also happy. So whatever you work, if you give it to Krishna, then you can remain always happy, right? Not like gulab jamun or rasgulla. If you are eating hundreds, then you are going to vomit. But then if you are doing everything for Krishna, you are eating Krishna prasadam and you are happy. Then this picture, what these people are doing and what these people are doing. Can anyone tell me? You can just let me know. You don't need to raise hand. Yes, Leo?
On the top there are offering food that has been served to Krishna to a poor man, and on the bottom people are eating meat, so they can't serve it to Krishna.
Yes. So that's why you can see their ghastly face they have. Their faces are also, your face is the mirror of your inside. Always remember this. Whatever you eat, you look like that. Some people here in Australia, I shouldn't say, but they look like pig because they eat always pig. so, this is not a rude sentence, but see, that's not our choice. We are not supposed to eat all these things, right? These are not meant for us. These things are not meant for us. For us, Krishna has made patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, right? Fruit, leaves, right? Water and grains, milk. That is made for humans, human consumption. Yes, Arva?
I'm still don't understand.
Yeah. So I'll read the translation first, okay? Because they have already learned, that's why they know. Okay. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins. Why? The devotees of Lord, they don't gather any sins. Why? Because they eat food which is offered first to Krishna for sacrifice. So when you cook your food at home, cook it without onion garlic, and you can give it to Krishna first. Okay, Krishna, you eat first, then I will eat. So when Krishna eats first, because it's touched by Krishna's lotus lips, so then it gets purified. Okay, and when that is called prasadam, right? You go to temple, Gurudwara, you can have nice prasad, right? That tastes yummy, isn't it? So because it has been touched by Krishna, so it is called sanctified food. Okay, there is a special name for it. It is called prasad. So then once it becomes prasad, it releases us from all kinds of sins. If you eat prasad every day, you become sinless. You can become sinless. Okay, sinless means all our sins go away slowly. It doesn't go as such at together, but 2-3 years you keep eating only prasadam, all your sins will go away. Okay? It will vanish because Krishna takes it away. It's a magic. He's a mystic person. So others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. So if someone cooks meat or someone cooks something which Krishna also loves, like meat Krishna doesn't love. He doesn't have any interest in in meat. So you can't offer meat to Krishna. But if you are making gulab jamun at your home, rasgulla at your home, but you say, oh, I love it so much and I will not give it to Krishna first. I have to eat it first. Then you are in sin because that is also given by Krishna. You have to offer it to Krishna first. Right? Just like your parents, they buy you some nice clothes. You thank them. Right? So in the same way, when Krishna gives you nice foodstuffs to eat, nice home to live, nice clothes to wear, you have to thank Krishna. How you will thank Krishna? By offering him first and then having it. Right? If you buy some nice clothes, fine clothes, you offer it in front of Krishna. You keep it in front of Krishna just 2 minutes. Okay, just 2 minutes. Do this. And then you wear. You look very nice. Right? You can do it from today onwards. Okay. Whatever you bring, you just offer to Krishna. And then you have it. Okay. So last time we also learned this sloka. Okay. This supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession. Which supreme science? Science of Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Arva? You have again some question? I like your questions.
How do we offer to Krishna?
That's a very beautiful question. Yes, it will take a long time for me to explain, but in short, I will tell you. For the clothes or the normal stuffs, right? You can just put it in front of Krishna. If you have a photograph of Krishna, if you have a murti of Krishna, like idol of Krishna,
Okay.
so you can keep in front of Krishna. Okay, but if it is a food stuff, right? If you have prepared some puris and sabji, So take a nice plate which is not used by any humans or any animals, okay, which is unused. Take a nice new plate, put those foodstuffs, nicely arrange it, okay. If you have tulsi growing at your home, you can keep it on the top of this food. Or if you don't have tulsi at your home, you can use any leaf which is like you can eat, right? Like maybe say dhania, coriander leaf. Just put it on the top and say to Krishna, Krishna, I don't have tulsi at my home. Can I put just the coriander leaf? And I will offer it to you. Okay, pray to Krishna nicely, and that's all. For the kids, it's okay. But for the adults, what we do? We actually put tulsi leaves. If we don't have tulsi leaf, then what we do? We have these beads. This is also called tulsi neck beads. So if you have such neck beads, fresh neck beads at your home, which are not worn by anyone, okay, you can dip that in the water. You can just sprinkle it on the top. So that becomes purified. So tulsi is for purifying. If you don't have tulsi leaf at your home, you can just have a fresh neck beads from the shop. You nicely put it in the water and you sprinkle that water. That is the easiest way. Okay. Or if you don't have anything, you can just offer in a nice plate, new plate, and say, Krishna, please eat it, and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And your job is done. Just close your eyes nicely and offer. Krishna says, whoever offers me any kind of food stuff with love, any kind means patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, fruit, vegetable, leaf, milk, water, okay, no onion, garlic, no meat, okay. Please be very careful. Yes, Arva.
So,
You.
like I just wanted to say something about something. I don't know what it's called, but I have some type of leaf in the garden that looks a bit like tulsi.
Very
And,
good.
and also my mom, since in a couple of days ago, I had like an ear infection. Then I had to put tulsi leaves inside my ear.
Oh. Yes, you can do that. Yes, that's a good medicine actually. Tulsi shouldn't be boiled. Don't never boil tulsi, okay? Be careful. If it is actual tulsi, if it is just like, if it looks just like tulsi, if it is not actual tulsi, you can boil it. But if it is actual tulsi, if you are bringing from ISKCON temple, they are actual tulsi. Never boil tulsi, okay? You can never, because it is Tulsi Maharani. She's just like Radharani, okay? If it is actual Tulsi Maharani, then you have to treat her same as Radharani, no different. She is the embodiment of Radharani. But so that's why it cannot be boiled in the water. But if it looks like tulsi, if it is not actual tulsi, but then you can boil it and you can put it in your ears. Then your ear infection can go away. That's a good idea. Yes, I agree.
I actually used real tulsi because I had one of my neighbor had it.
Yes. Sometimes nowadays, like people don't differentiate much. That's why. But sometimes you have to check. Most of homes are not having real tulsis. Okay, so you need an expert to let you know. Like some person who knows actually about tulsi, they can only identify which one is actual and which one is not. So in Adelaide currently, many like very few places they have actual tulsi. Okay, so but you should treat those any kind of leaf. If you are putting for Krishna, then you can use it as actual tulsi. You can just ask Krishna that Krishna, we leave it as tulsi and take this prashan. And try not to boil it. Okay, if you believe that is tulsi, then try not to boil it. Okay, never boil. or never heat it up even. Okay. Yes, Yaduvir and Leo.
I have a quick question. What is the shloka is called? Shloka number is?
It is 4.2.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Yes. This we did last week. Yes, Leo?
When you offering to Krishna, you
Hmm.
don't if you offer it to yourself first, there's no difference, because when you offer it to Krishna, it would still look the same when you eat it.
You are saying that the taste changes. That's what you are saying.
Like
Does the
like when somebody eats something and they don't offer it to Krishna but they wanna eat it first, you could give it to Krishna, cause if you give it to Krishna or eat it before giving it to Krishna, there's no difference of the food, because it will just look the same.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Look wise, it will be the same. No change. Because Krishna is not like us human being. Like if you eat or if I eat, you can identify, yes, Alpa Mataji has eaten it, that's why it has been reduced in the quantity. But when Krishna eats, you can't see any reduction in quantity. It remains the same. So actually, you cannot identify whether he has eaten or not. But because he is spiritual, so he eats also spiritually. You can't see, but actually is eaten. By what thing you can understand? The taste completely is different. If you can try it once, right? I have tried it, and it tastes like yuck to me sometimes. When I just eat like that, let me check how it tastes, and it tastes very boring. But when I offer, when I like that preparation which you have tasted, you can't offer to Krishna, but you prepare a new one and you offer it to Krishna first, then you eat, it will taste very, very yummy. That is the difference. Okay. Because our consciousness doesn't allow us to eat without Krishna. If you are habituated to offer to Krishna, slowly our taste glands, they change, they become Krishnatarian. It is called Krishnayan, like it is called Krishnatarian. We call ourselves Krishnatarian. We are not vegetarians, but we are Krishnatarians, because our tongue, it is so much habituated to eating Krishna prasadam, that if we eat normal food, no, if I go to restaurant, if I eat there, I don't feel good. But if I remain at home, whatever I cook, I offer to Krishna. If it is simple roti and normal thing, still I love it. So you have to develop such kind of taste. Okay, but physically you cannot differentiate whether it is offered to Krishna or not. But taste wise, yes, you can identify. When you go to restaurant, you taste the food, and when you come to home, when your mom prepares the same dish for Krishna, she offers and you taste that, there will be a difference. Okay, so there is certainly a difference. Okay, although your mom is not a master chef, but still, if we eat home cooked, nicely offered food to, then it will taste very yummy. But if we go to restaurant and it will look like very, very decorated food, very decorative, but it will not actually satisfy our soul. You'll not feel satisfied. That's what I can say. Okay. Yes, Leo, you have some more question?
Yeah.
Hmm.
When you're going to a restaurant,
Hmm.
and you want to serve it to Krishna, can't you say the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra?
Yes, you can serve, but that is not prepared in that consciousness. Isn't it? At restaurant, are they clean? The people who are preparing, are they clean?
No.
Like your mom? No. At home,
No.
we have that conscious, like how your mom prepares food for you with lots of love, right? At restaurant, they are making money. Just like we saw in that picture, they are thinking of dollar, and they are very, very tired, right? So at restaurant, when they cook, although they love their customers, all restaurants are not same. Many restaurants, they love their customers, but ultimately they are cooking for some money, right? So that's why their consciousness is different. So that also make difference. But at restaurant, if you want to eat at all, yes, you can in mind, you can offer to Krishna and you can eat. There is a option. That's an option. You can use that option. But slowly, when you start eating Krishna Prasadam at home, you yourself won't like. Sometimes I ask Rohin. Sometimes I also want to go to restaurant, and I ask Rohin. You can ask Rohin someday. He'll tell you. And one day I wanted to so much go to restaurant. I said to Rohin, I asked Rohin, let's go to restaurant. He said, no, Mama. It is Thursday. Let's go to Govinda's restaurant. So we went to Govinda's ultimately. Govinda's is a temple restaurant. So if you want to go to restaurant, you can go to temple restaurant. Okay, that will be good. Yes, Arva.
So I just wanted to say one more time, but so wanted to say about like at the restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
they have lots of food. They have lots of people coming, so that means the things are really dirty there, even if they clean it.
Big thumbs up. Yes. You are so right. Yes. So there is no mode of goodness is very less. They are not preparing, first of all, in mode of goodness. And the environment is also in mode of passion, more of, not in goodness, right? Or some people are just shouting or annoying, right? So lots of mode of ignorance or passion, not in goodness. So that's the difference. Yes. So when your mom makes, that's a difference. She makes it with love and with goodness to feed you all. So that's why home cooked food is the best. We never get sick also. At our home, we seldom get sick because most of time I cook food and they eat. We offer to Krishna. Although it is simple, but you will never get sick if you always eat home cooked nice food. Okay. So we were learning about this. We are running out of time. We'll just quickly go through this. So here it is said that chain of disciplic succession. So supreme science. What is supreme science? Science of Bhagavad Gita. What we are learning right now. That is called supreme science. Why? Because it is given by Krishna. He is the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. So it is given by Krishna. So it is called supreme science. And is received by chain of disciplic succession. So Krishna told it to Arjuna. Then from Arjuna it went ahead. Okay. So before that, Krishna told to sun god in the beginning. Okay. So I'll share you quickly these slides. So in the beginning, Lord Krishna, he told this science to Vivaswan or sun god. Okay. Then sun god, like millions of years ago, millions ages ago, he told it to sun god. Then sun god so said it to Manu. Manu is who? He is the first Manushya. Manushya means humankind, mankind. First person of the mankind. Just like in Christians, you might have heard Adam and Eve, they say, right? They are the first human beings. In Christianity, they say like that. So in Hindu religion, our religion, Sanatan Dharma, they say that Manu is the first human being. So sun god told it to Manu. And Manu said it to Ikshvaku. Who is this Ikshvaku? He is the ancestor of Lord Rama. He is the ancestor of Lord Rama. So he is a king, Suryavanshi, right? So he's Ikshvaku. So In the beginning, Lord Krishna said it to Sun God said it to Manu said it to Ikshvaku. Okay, up to that point, it was going all well. But then, it didn't go ahead. Disciplic succession in the course of time was lost somehow. Now I'm telling to you, right? I'm telling to Arva, Leo, and Yaduvir and all the other people, right? Now, if some of you, like, they are not going on properly, right? And they don't give this knowledge to the next generation, right? Or their friends. Knowledge is to share, right? If you don't share your knowledge, and if you keep it in your mind, then after some time you will forget, right? Why I remember? Because I keep sharing, right? If I also keep it in my mind, one day will happen, you will ask, Mataji, what was that? I say, I don't remember. See, I have forgotten completely. So when we don't share it, we forget, right? And when we forget, so there the tradition is broken, right? So our next person, if I don't give it something to Rohin can't tell to you, right? And if you can't tell it to someone else, then there it is broken. And what will happen? Then the Adelaide, little kids, they will not know so much of Bhagavad Gita, right? They will be bereft of it. So in the same way, it happened. Ikshvaku, up to Ikshvaku, it was okay. Then Ikshvaku didn't declare it to anyone, or it was declared and it was not carried out properly. So it was broken. Then what happened? In the Dwapar Yuga, Krishna appeared again. Lord Krishna has descended to re-establish the message. So he said in Dwapar Yuga to this message to Arjuna. So again, this tradition came into picture. Okay. So this is how it ran. So in short, in this shloka, it is said like that but in course of succession it was broken, and therefore the science, it appears to be lost. So that's why Krishna said it to Arjuna again. So when there are some bogus gurus here in the picture, it is showed some fake guru. He is telling to the people wrong things. Nowadays there are many fake gurus. They are saying wrong things to people. Then also they understand Bhagavad Gita in a totally different way. So not correct, right? But here you can see a Vaishnava like Prabhupada. He's telling everyone. So they are understanding. Okay. So today we'll do up to here. And who wants to recite Bhagavad Gita 10.10? Let's do it once, Leo. Okay. Okay, Arva, if you understand, if you can, it will be great. Okay. So we are trying to memorize. Currently we are up to 10.10, but in past 2 months we did 10.8, 10.9. Okay. So these are for the memorization. This is the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, text number 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay. These 4 shlokas are the seed shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. Seed shlokas means they comprise whole Bhagavad Gita. If you learn these 4 shlokas, it is said you know Bhagavad Gita. Okay. If somebody asks you, do you know Bhagavad Gita, Aro, Leo? You have to say yes, we know.
Yeah.
How you know? Because I know all 4 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, 10.8, 9, 10, and 11. So I can say I know Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So that's why we are giving you people with translation. Okay. If you know even the translation, then you know the meaning. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. This is the summary of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Yes, Yaduvir, you want to say?
If you know the Chaturs, isn't the series slokas also considered as Chatur Shloka Mataji?
Yes. These are called Chatushloki. This is another name. Is Chatushloki. of these shlokas. These 4 shlokas are called Chatushloki Gita. Okay. Okay, let's go to so Arva, we have the recording, audio recording of 8 and 9 and also 10. You start memorizing from. Yes, it is okay if I don't know you. You don't know this, okay? It's okay. But what I asked you, you can start learning. I'm not asking you to memorize it, but you should know this shloka, okay? Just knowing is very good. Okay. So in the first shloka, I'll just explain quickly. In the first shloka, Krishna says that everything is emanating from me. There is nothing in this world which is not coming from me. So after knowing this, whoever worships me with all their hearts, then they are very dear to me. This is what number 8 says. Then number 9 says what? After knowing this, one should just engage in my devotional service. Okay. Okay, and then they find a very, like, they feel very happy. Like I asked you, if you want to remain always happy, what you will do? So this is the answer. This is the answer of that question. Okay, you feel because you are sharing your knowledge to everyone, and so you are always blissful. You are always happy. That's why devotees, Krishna Bhakta, always bindas. ऐसा बोला जाता है ना. तो हम लोग सभी हमेशा खुश रहते हैं. Okay, so text 10. So today we are learning text 10. Okay. Tesham satata yuktanam. All of you can repeat. Bhajatam priti purvakam.
Bhajatam
Purvakam.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam.
Dadami buddhi yogam tam.
Yena mam upayanti te.
Yena mam upayanti te.
Okay. Arva, you know how to read this? This is called Tesham. Repeat after me. Tesham. Te. This is called Shaw. Okay. When there is this is saw, right? Saw. It is saw. But when there is this dot at the bottom, it is called Shaw. Shaw. SH, like SH. Okay. Consider like SH. Okay. So it's called, and this is this but we call it because there is a line on the top, right? So it's called Tesham. Okay, repeat. Tesham. Say Tesham. Arva. Say Tesham.
Tesham
Satata
satata
Yuktanam.
Yuktam
Nam.
nam.
Yes. Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Repeat.
Tesham
Tata.
satam
Tesham Satata Yuktanam. You can just hear me nicely and you can repeat. Okay. Tesham Satata Yuktanam.
Tesham
Satata
satata
Yuktanam.
yuktanam.
Very good. Excellent. Bhajatam
Bhajatam
Priti
priti
Purvakam.
purvakam
Excellent. Dadami
dadami
Buddhi.
bhukti
Buddhi. Like intelligence, right? In Hindi it is called Buddhi.
buddhi
Yes. Yogam
yogam
Tam.
tam
Tam.
tam
Yena
Yena
Mam
mam
upayanti
ukayanti
upayanti
upayanti
te.
te.
Okay. Tesham satata yuktanam
Tesham yuk
satata
satata
yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam
bhujatam priti pulvakam
dadami buddhi yogam tam
dadami bhakti
buddhi buddhi
buddhi
yogam tam
yogantam
yena mam upayanti te.
yena mam ukatam te
Upayanti te. Upayanti te.
upayanti te.
Very nice. You will understand. See, you are learning very nicely. Okay. So you should not feel that you can't do. Okay, you can do nicely. Okay. All these people, they are new. Okay. Nobody is coming from the beginning, but they all learned. Okay, you can learn. Okay, let's all repeat again. Tesham satata yuktanam. Everyone.
Tesham
Shanti Yukta Yuktanam
Satanam
Bhajatam pritipurvakam
Bhajatam Pritipurvakam
dadami buddhi yogam tam
Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam
yena mam
Nam
upayanti
upayanti
te.
te.
Yena
Yena
Mam
mam
Upayanti
upayanti te.
Very nice. Okay, now we learn the translation. To those who are, repeat after me,
To those who
To those who are
constantly devoted
constantly
constantly devoted
to serving me with love,
to serving me with love,
I give the understanding
I
I
give
give
you
the
understanding
understanding
by which they can come to me.
by which they can come to me.
So here it is saying that in the previous shloka we saw that how can we remain happy? By telling, conversing about Krishna with each other, right? And then in this shloka, Krishna is saying that by conversing constantly with love and telling everyone about me and serving me, so Krishna क्या देते हैं हमें? Krishna gives us understanding by which we can go to him. We can go back to Krishna. Huh? He gives us intelligence. What intelligence? Not material intelligence. How to earn money, how to get a good house. Not that kind of intelligence. Krishna gives us intelligence to understand him, to do devotion service. Okay? He gives us spiritual intelligence. So by reading Bhagavad Gita, you have spiritual intelligence. So if you have spiritual intelligence, then Krishna is always with you, isn't it? Because Krishna is spiritual. So when you are working, you are studying, that time also he can help you. Krishna remains always with you. Okay, he will remain always with you. So what for your studies also you can do very nicely. All the things you can do very nicely. If you have spiritual intelligence, you can do all your studies, your relationships, your friends, everywhere you are happy. You can do all the things very nicely, expertly. If you are cooking, you can do expert cooking. If you are drawing, you can do expert drawing. Okay? You can become expert. If you want to become expert, you have to serve Krishna. Okay, that's what this shloka says. All right. So next month we will learn 10.11. For this month we have 10.10. So Arva, if you can again speak out this at your home repeatedly every day one time. Only one time, 2 times, 3 times you can recite this, and you will memorize easily. Ask Leo. Huh? Leo, you memorize, right? How do you
Okay.
memorize, Leo? You can share. How do you memorize?
You memorize by you first read the shloka, then you like, then when you know it, you do it without the Bhagavad Gita. Your parents make a video, then you send it.
Yeah. So, but for that you have to do preparation, right? You do preparation with looking at the shlokas and repeatedly reciting, right? Repeatedly singing it, just like a poem. You want to memorize a poem, what you will do? You will look at the poem, you will again and again you will memorize. Yeah, Baba, black sheep. That's how we do, right? So in the same way, Tesham Satta Yuktan. Every day you see, look at the mobile or ask your mom to get the printout of this. Okay, print of this. Attach it on the fridge or somewhere where you can see it every day. Just read it out every day. It's fun to read, isn't it? And then you can memorize. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Arva, for your patient listening. And I hope you are not getting bored. Okay. Come next week also. Okay. I would love to serve you all. And note down whatever questions you have, no, in this week, during the week, you can write it down. And all together you can ask me on Friday. Okay. Next week we'll see you all on Friday. Okay. And try to read this out every day. And if you read one shloka of Bhagavad Gita every day, you will feel very good, very nice. Because all of our soul, the soul likes to see Krishna. Soul likes to sing about Krishna, be with Krishna. But our body asks that, okay, yeah, we can go that way. And then we forget about Krishna, right? Somehow. So to remember Krishna, we should read Bhagavad Gita one shloka every day. Okay? Read it and memorize it. Just like Leo said to you, once you have memorized, you can take a nice video, ask your parents, take the printout of this shloka. Okay, I will send this shloka. You ask your parents to take a printout, put it on the fridge, you read every day. Okay? You'll feel good. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. Yes, Yaduir?
What shloka was the other two one? I know the one was the 10.10. What was the other one was? 4.10? What was that?
4.2.
4.2.
Last shloka, right? 4.2. So, but 4.2 that you doesn't have to, you don't have to memorize that. Okay.
But do I need to memorize 10.10, Mataji?
10.10, 10.8, 10.9, 10.10 and 10.11. But
Okay.
not compulsory, okay? For
Okay,
everyone.
that's cool, because I
Arva, you can
already
start with 10.10, okay?
I
Because
have
you
received
now you
2.
remember.
I have received 10. I have
Yes,
received
Yaduir?
2.10. Sorry, Mataji. I was trying to say that I have recited 10.8 and 10.9. So do I need to recite 10.10 to make it the third Chatur Sloki, which I Chatur
Yes,
Sloki?
10.10 and 10.11. In this month, you recite 10.10 and make a video, send it to me. In next month,
Okay.
you recite 10.11.
Mataji, how long the class is going to be for, like, this class?
It is almost done now because today we had a new child, no? That's why it took a bit longer.
Okay.
Otherwise, next Friday we'll meet, okay?
So
Don't
when is the
forget
last
next
class
Friday,
is going
okay?
to be? So when is the last class is going to be?
Last class will be, I think, in October, end of October and last week of October, or maybe the first week of November. And on 10th of November, we'll be having nice quiz and everything.
Okay,
So
that's
don't worry
fine.
about it, but we'll have some
Yeah, I'll
revisions.
worry about the 10.10 shloka.
Yeah, 10.10 you can give by this month end.
Okay.
Or next month end will be fine. Yeah.
Okay, can you please show the audio record?
Yeah, I'll send. Yes,
the audio record.
I will have to. Okay, I'll send the audio recording, Arva. I'll send also the printable material. Okay, so you can take nice printout and you can hang it on your fridge and you can see every day and you can memorize. Okay. Hari bol. Bye. Hare Krishna,
Hare
everyone.
Bol. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mata.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare